The Indian government told the Supreme Court that treating marital rape the same way as rape by a stranger would be excessively harsh, while assuring that alternative provisions already existed to protect women from it. The conversation around marital rape has been a long-standing one. Over 95% of women who endured sexual violence said their husbands or former husbands were the perpetrators, according to a 2019-2021 government survey. Marital rape has earlier been brought up in the Delhi High Court and the Karnataka High Court, and now the Supreme Court is hearing petitions seeking to criminalize it. There was a clause in the former Indian Penal Code which exempted husbands from being charged with rape. The exception 2 to Section 375 of the IPC, which dealt with rape, said sexual intercourse or sexual acts by a man with his own wife, the wife not being under 15 years of age, is not rape. When the IPC was replaced by the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, this exception for husbands was retained in Section 63. It now says sexual intercourse or sexual acts by a man with his own wife, the wife not being under 18 years of age, is not rape. In October 2024, the centre went on record for the first time to say that this exception should not be struck down. It submitted an affidavit to the Supreme Court in response to petitions seeking criminalization of marital rape. The affidavit said, in an institution of marriage, there exists a continuing expectation by either of the spouse to have reasonable sexual access from the other, which is not the case when it comes to a stranger who wants to perform sexual acts on someone. Then the affidavit clarified that a husband certainly does not have the fundamental right to violate the consent of the wife. While the centre acknowledged that marital rape ought to be illegal and criminalized, it listed down provisions under IPC sections 354, 354A, 354B, 498A and the Domestic Violence Act as alternative recourse to marital rape. Now let's look at what other courts have said about marital rape previously. In 2022, a 2-judge bench of the Delhi High Court gave a split verdict on the issue. One judge was of the view that exempting husbands who forcefully have sex with their wives from charges of rape is unconstitutional, while the other refused to criminalize marital rape, saying it was up to the legislature to consider different aspects and then change the law. The same year, the Karnataka High Court said the exception was regressive. The High Court Justice Nagprasanna had said the age-old thought and tradition that the husbands are the rulers of their wives, their body, mind and soul should be effaced. A man is a man, an act is an act, rape is a rape, be it performed by a man, the husband, on the woman, wife, said the judgment. In the parliament, however, former Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani held a different view.
To condemn every man in this country as a rapist is not advisable in this august house. To condemn every marriage in this country as violent is not advisable.